Hello, class. I'm Emily Martoglio.
I'm Emily Daly.
I'm Juliana Murray, and we'll be discussing the GOP aide comments on social media on the Obama girls.
We feel that Elizabeth Latin opinion was incorrect on their outfits.
We're talking to her.
In this event, Elizabeth bashed the Obama girls' outfits and the way they were standing, and then she took it a step further by bashing the role model that Michelle and Barack Obama play in their lives.
Yeah, and she also talked about the Democratic Party in general, and just kind of bashed that as well.
Yeah. And bashing the girls can really lead to low self-esteem and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and they're so young, It's like
What are they,
Sasha,
14 and 16 now?
yeah, about that age.
So,
And that could, since they're still developing and their self-esteem and stuff, like they're still finding themselves, and there's already a lot of pressure on them for being the daughters too. So
a lot of pressure. And that's not fair for them because they never even asked to be the president's kids or live in the White House with all the spotlights on them.
yeah, I agree.
The media puts too much focus on what girls wear instead of
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, what about guys?
Yeah.
No pressure on them.
If
Girls?
Obama had sons, they wouldn't be up there.
No. And if you look at an average 14 and 16-year-old dress, they're actually very conservative.
Yeah.
One's in a fucking turtleneck almost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that too. You could also say that Elizabeth almost cyberbullied the two girls.
Yeah. And it's not right to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I mean, she's like a public figure. And
Too.
for a public figure to be saying something unprovoked, about two little girls is kind of
Messed up,
uncalled
yeah.
for. Yeah.
very uncalled for. Bringing it back to the cyberbullying, I mean, cyberbullying is one of the major issues right now in America, or just the world too. It's the leading cause to death and bullying. And
Yeah. And like it's everywhere too. Wherever you have like an internet connection, it's there. Facebook. Elizabeth used Facebook to post that comment. So, and almost everyone has Facebook nowadays.
yes, Facebook is meant to be public. If you don't want someone reading it, you do not put it on Facebook. So
Yeah. I agree.
it's not right.
Going back to body language, I feel that the way the girls were standing is typical of teenagers, and they shouldn't be being put down for behaving as if they were normal.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, it's not like their posture was even that inappropriate. It was probably like the one moment they like folded their arms
Yeah.
that it was captured.
Yeah, I agree.
Closet.
For those of you that don't really know what happened with the Obama girl case, this is exactly what Elizabeth said.
Dear Sasha and Malia, I get you're in those awful teenage years, but you're part of the first family. Try to show a little class. At least respect the part you play. Then again, your mother and your father don't respect their position very much, or the nation for that matter. So I'm guessing you're coming a little short in the good role model department. Nonetheless, stretch yourself. Rise to the occasion. Act like being in the White House matters to you. Dress like you deserve respect, not a spot at a bar. And certainly do not make faces during television public events.
Wow. Now
Yeah,
that is a mouthful right there. I couldn't imagine, like, if you put yourself in their shoes and someone wrote that about you,
Yeah.
I'd be devastated. I'd be embarrassed and never wanting to show myself in public ever again.
Yeah, and like you said, they didn't ask to be the president's daughters, or I don't even know if they were really invited to this event or they had to go to this event. So
I bet they probably had to go.
they're probably forced to.
So that's new.
Yeah, so that makes it a lot harder to comprehend that this woman would say something like that to these little girls, and
Going back to the cyberbullying, this
yeah, it's really prevalent.
bashing the parents, and then here the parents are now having
Yeah.
having to deal with their kids and
questioning themselves and like how they raise their children, which shouldn't be a topic for media at all.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. To elaborate more on how this affects family and children is, you might think like families that are in more Obama situation with like up more in the higher level, their kids might like think twice about going on like events and
Yeah.
Just,
not
like,
wanting to.
What they'd be wearing and how like
Yeah, exactly.
if other people in the media would now feel that they can judge what they're wearing and compare it to the Obama girls.
And it might also cause some sort of dysfunction in the family.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Dysfunction.
Like the parents might, say, maybe they're right. Maybe my child was dressed a little bit inappropriately, and then the child could just defend themselves by saying, like, no, like, we all think that the girls are dressed appropriately.
Right, and that can be because of
Right.
our age, though, you know.
Yeah, that
we
could
might have
be-
a bias towards that, but then again,
Yeah. So we might have different opinions from our parents, and that could just cause this whole, like, split in the family, I think.
definitely.
Okay, so just to conclude, our stance on this whole issue is that we think Elizabeth Lawton's comments on the Obama girls at the recent event we disagree with it. We think it's out of line a little bit. We think it's uncalled for, and also we think it affects the family and child relationship, because it can create a divide in the family. And it can also just like take tolls on people's self-esteem. And they're such young girls, so that's not really healthy for them.
So, class, what do you think? Do you agree, disagree? We'd love to hear your comments. And happy studying!